The Russian Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, has responded after UK Prime Minister Theresa May publicly accused the Kremlin of a chemical weapon attack on British soil. Speaking in Moscow, he said Russia is not guilty of the poisoning, but is ready to cooperate. Well, he added he expects the UK to answer the request for a sample of the poison. Joining us now from Moscow is Bloomberg's Russian politics reporter. He is Meyer. Henry, how's that playing out at home? Do you believe that actually the foreign minister and the Kremlin are trying to de-escalate this by being cooperative?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't think they really are. I mean, they rejected the deadline which the UK set for midnight tonight, and he was quite combative, the Russian foreign minister. He accused the US of, the United Kingdom, of forgetting that the colonial era is over, and demanded access to a sample of the nerve agent, said that essentially the UK isn't fulfilling its international obligations by not going through the proper channels. So, no, I expect that Russia is bracing itself now for UK reprisals.
What does that mean for possible escalation, Henry? Does it get worse? Does the UK actually think of retaliating, and how can they retaliate?
Well, I mean, Russia is not expecting a sort of nuclear option. I mean, there was a mention of possible ban on SWIFT transactions, but for that, you know, the UK would need the support of its allies in Europe and the United States, and that doesn't seem to be forthcoming. So I think what they're expecting are, you know, diplomatic expulsions and perhaps other forms of retaliation. But, you know, I think they expect they can deal with it.
Henry, what is the linkage of Moscow to London? From where you sit in Moscow and with your years there, what is the emotional linkage of Moscow to London?
Well, of course, London is a place of refuge for Russian exiles, political exiles, former spies, and you know, they regard it as a place which is essentially giving refuge to critics of the regime and traitors. But of course, it's a great place to do business, and a lot of Russians have their money there.